Also, mhnow Season 5 won't be adding any new weapons. But we did get some major balance changes that buffed all our weapons. I was disappointed at first that we weren't getting any new weapons, but when I saw these buffs, I was like,
hey, that's pretty good.
My main weapons, the lance, the sword and shield, and the gunlance got some amazing buffs, and I'm excited to share some of my tips that will change how you play these weapons. Starting off with the lance. It got some much needed attack performance improvements like better hit detection so that we don't whiff any more of our pokes and other minor improvements. But the most important change that they made in my opinion is regarding the guard dash. You can now perform a guard dash by simply tapping and holding then flicking left or right. Before, we only had access to the guard dash after getting knocked back when guarding an attack. But now you can do it anytime and use it to reposition yourself smoothly and use it to guard any incoming attack. But you might be asking, what's so special about this change? It looks nothing special. No. Clearly you don't understand how big this change is. It's probably gonna make the lance a top tier weapon, because now it works perfectly with the headstrong skill. Headstrong gives us a huge damage buff. The only problem is that it only activates if you sit still and don't evade. And that's pretty hard to do. The amazing thing about the guard dash is that it doesn't count as an evade. It still counts as an attack. So you can use it to dodge attacks, you can use it to reset your triple poke combo, or even reposition yourself safely. Even though you're clearly moving your character and evading attacks using the guard dash, you will still activate Headstrong and still get that juicy big damage. Headstrong now just activates seamlessly with the lance. Lately, my lance builds have been gathering a lot of dust sitting unused in my loadout box, but with these buffs, it feels like I got a new toy to play around with. I'm just kinda bummed that there's no way to guard dash forwards. Swiping up automatically does the dash attack, and sometimes you just want to guard dash forwards to close the gap a little bit and keep up your lance offense. But nope, sadly there's no way to guard dash forwards. With the new changes to guard dashing, it's great that the lance also benefits from the new and improved guard skills where Niantic further reduced the damage taken when blocking attacks. But at this stage of the game, I kinda got used to perfect guarding attacks by now, so this change is a little too late. But the sword and shield does benefit greatly from this change. When blocking attacks with guard level 3, the sword and shield now just takes a little bit of damage, making the guard playstyle using the sword and shield very viable again. On top of all of that, the sword and shield also got increased damage output, refined attack animations, most notably the change to the rising slash. They also changed the sword and shield special attack where you get to do more damage if you time your taps correctly. And Niantic also increased the stun effectiveness of our shield bash combos. Combine this with the new and improved slugger skill, the sword and shield guard playstyle is so back. With all these improvements to the sword and shield, we can bring back the KO sword and shield builds which uses the guard playstyle. I'll be honest, I never expected the guard playstyle for the sword and shield to ever come back. But Niantic did it, and with this change, even the headstrong skill is now viable with the sword and shield. That's why I think you shouldn't sleep on the sword and shield this season, because the jack of all trades is making a huge comeback. Now, the Gunlance has always been a strong weapon, but it also got a massive buff this Season 5. You can now quickly transition from a full burst into the Wormstake Cannon. This makes the perfect evade Gunlance playstyle even more broken. Combine this with Poison Exploit and the burst damage you can do with the Gunlance just goes through the roof. And I gotta say, I'm loving this new change. Before, it was so difficult to fire off the Wormstake Cannon, cause you really gotta commit to its lengthy animation. But with this change, I've been getting more opportunities to fire it off. Now, all the weapon buffs that Niantic have made are all great, but among all the weapons, I think the Charge Blade is the biggest winner in this patch. Charge Blade mains be eating good this patch, cause the Charge Blade not only got a huge attack performance buff, but it's also the weapon that benefits the most from majority of the skill buffs. The Charge Blade benefits from the buffed up guard skill, the faster quick morph change, the better slugger skill for more KOs, and of course the extended duration of power prolonger. Almost all the skill changes that Niantic did benefits the Charge Blade some way or the other. And for me, those are the highlights of this weapon balance patch. I'm so happy that all the weapons got all buffs and no nerfs, and I'm so excited to see what new builds we can make out of all these changes. Now lately, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds, and I'll be uploading some Wilds content on this channel as well. But that doesn't mean I won't be uploading any more Monster Hunter Now content. I just love playing Monster Hunter games and I love sharing builds. I'm still trying to find the right way to balance my playtime between these two games because right now I'm just stuck glued to my seat playing Wilds. And I haven't really gone out to grind Monster Hunter Now in a while. But if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to check out my other videos as well. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.